So how we are going to mew properly? You see, already everyone been talking about mewing all the time. A lot of informations, a lot of misinformations, a lot of misconceptions. But how do you actually do it right? So first thing I want to talk about in here is most people are doing this completely wrong. They might be treating it as a tongue position and not as a whole system. And I want to show you the correct way step by step, with no unrealistic promises, no BS, and with a focus on the correct technique and a consistency. So what mewing actually is it just a proper tongue posture? It's a sequence of different activities that you gotta combine to get the mewing actually right. People sometimes think that you just put the tongue on your roof of your mouth for 5 minutes a day and you are done to go. But not. It is not how it's working. Of course, it is a baseline, and it is the most important thing that you have to do is putting the tongue on your palate. Performing that, your lips should close naturally. If it's not, you have to focus on that as well. That your lips have to be closed when you are mewing. Teeth, they shouldn't be clenched. They should be relaxed. You shouldn't be trying to clench your jaw as hard as you can. And of course, nose breathing. Okay, but why do people actually care so much about mewing? Of course, the first thing that comes to mind when we are talking about mewing is a better and chiseled jawline. Yeah, it helps to look better, and mewing actually addresses that. You can get a better jawline, you can get a better side profile, but it is also linked to your oral posture and health, as well as your breathing. It shouldn't be a nuance that it became popular through social media. Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok blew out this stuff. But when there is interest, there is also misinformation. And that's what I want to address in this video. So what you can realistically expect from this? Not a fast transformation. People expect that they're going to have a chiseled jawline in 2 weeks. And this is not how it works. Maybe people on Instagram and TikTok showed you that. It can get you that pretty jawline very quickly, but some of the results are often exaggerated online. And you shouldn't be just aiming for the looks benefits, because so mewing itself is actually addressing your whole health. But how do you actually practice mewing? I'll help you understand that. So as you can see, in the first place, we will talk about the most important thing, which is your tongue placement. This is your whole tongue in your mouth. It should be all resting gently on the roof of your palate, like you can see here. What most people do, and they do not see results because they think they are mewing, but they are actually not, is putting just their tip on the roof of their mouth and not the whole tongue. This is actually a very common mistake, and it's linked to not getting results. So middle and back of your tongue is resting gently against your palate as well. You should be pressing as hard as you can. This is the biggest BS I've ever heard. So don't get me wrong, you can practice hard mewing, but you will not practice this all the time. On a daily basis, you are looking to get some gentle and nice little pressure. You are not looking to get your whole jaw, face, and neck straight just to get this chiseled jawline. It should be just be feeling natural for you. Of course, at first, if you haven't practiced it before, it will not be natural for you. But over time, it should be a non-exaggerated natural position for your tongue. How you are going to work with your lips. So like I said before, to get into the right mewing position, you have to get your lips sealed. You cannot have your mouth open. Of course, when you're hitting like hard training, you will have your mouth open to breathe. But usually, you should have your mouth shut down if you're not either speaking or training. So mouth open and lips not sealed is wrong. What you have to do is gently seal your lips. Don't do it exaggerated. Just be cool with that and you will be fine. Teeth are also related to mewing. And how you should have them positioned is just as with your lips. Be cool with that. Don't exaggerate the move. Don't make your teeth clenched, especially not grind them. You are not looking for TMJ. You are not looking for special tension in your face. You are not looking to clench your jaw. You are looking to getting your teeth slightly touching, relaxed. And should you rather breathe through your nose or through your mouth? Well, so actually breathing is one of the most important steps in the whole idea of mewing. Because if you have any kind of problems with your nose and you cannot breathe through it, you have to address that first. Because there is no mewing when you're mouth breathing. Literally, you cannot have your tongue at the roof of your mouth when you're mouth breathing. So the only right way to do it is breathe through your nose. Of course, if you're training hard, it won't be as easy for you to breathe through your nose. But overall, 99% of the time, you have to breathe through your nose, especially when you're sleeping. Because this is when sometimes the progress is getting disrupted. Have you ever thought about your posture when mewing? Have you even ever thought about your posture? Because this is when it gets funny. Because there is no mewing results when you're sitting like a slouch question mark. Most common thing right now is forward head posture from looking at a phone, and it highly weakens your jaw appearance because it just pushes your jaw back. Your head shouldn't be going too far, it should be just aligned with shoulders. Your ears on a shoulder level. Your upper back shouldn't be rounded. You should have your chest open and not closed. Because mewing correlated with good posture will give you that huge result. And this is what nobody tells you. Last but not least, swallowing. Tongue isn't pushing forward when you're swallowing, especially not against your teeth. Proper swallowing means pushing against the roof of your mouth and maintaining a good posture. Are there things that might be breaking this up? Yes, many. And here's a little cheat code for you to see if you're actually doing it wrong. Only tongue tip is up. This is the most common mistake when people are just having the tongue tip on the roof of the palate, thinking they are mewing already. No, you're not. You have to have your whole tongue, back, middle, front, on the roof of your mouth. Tongue presses against teeth. It's not about going forward, because you might just mess up your teeth. It's about going up against your palate. Is your jaw feeling tensed? It shouldn't be having that. your jaw should be relaxed throughout the process. It should feel natural for you, and you shouldn't get any kind of pain to go doing that. Same as lips feeling forced. If the next strain appears, think about your posture, and if your breathing becomes harder, you have to check your nose. And the last point, when position cannot be held natural, this point is not for the beginners. If you've already been in the viewing space for 2, 3, 4 months and you still cannot hold it naturally, you might be doing something wrong. And there is nothing wrong with you, but there is something wrong with your technique. Because after months, it should already be a habit for you. So what are the common mistakes that people actually do on mewing? You're using too much pressure. It's not about the pressure, it's about consistency. You will have a burnout much quicker if you use a lot of pressure, if you will be hard mewing throughout the whole day, and you'll forget it for the next 7 days. It's not about that. If you expect fast results, there is no results for you. I'm sorry. You cannot get quick results from it. It's just being consistent with your tongue, posture, and breathing. And that is what people ignore. Breathing and posture. Maintain a straight, open presence. Your results will be doubled. And you shouldn't be treating it as a workout as well. It's about building the habit. It's not about the workout. It's a habit that you gotta believe. The following exaggerated advice is also wrong. It shouldn't be too complicated. And what actually affects your mewing results? First, and the most important, is consistency. You have to be consistent with your mewing. Doing it 24/7. Starting out, of course, it's gonna be hard. You're not gonna maintain the posture all the time, but overall, you have to do it for a long period of time to actually see results. Second, sleep. If you snore or wake up with a dry mouth, you might be mouth breathing through the whole night. And this is reversing your whole process through the night. This is literally going back to the baseline when you mew for the whole day. You've been doing it right. And in the meantime, for 8 hours, you are breathing through your mouth and bringing up your process to the baseline. And third thing, nose breathing and nose breathing only. So you have to build the habit. From this moment, you're gonna track these 4 things. If your tongue is up, if your lips are sealed, if your nose moving, and if your posture is right. Those are the things that you gotta follow in order to be right with your moving. Set up notifications on the phone, do whatever that you will remember it. Because this is crucial. People are thinking it's a magic pill. They're expecting this and getting this. It's not some kind of magic pill. It's not working in days, it's working in weeks or months. So how does correct mewing position looks like actually? So hear me out right now. Tongue fully on the palate, the back, the mid-side, and the front as well. Not only one. Lips sealed as well as your teeth relaxed without any clenching. Breathing through your nose with a good posture. Consistency builds momentum. So guys, focus on doing it correctly, not perfectly. And remember that consistency matters more than perfection. If you match correct technique with consistency, there will be huge results over time. Be consistent, stay strong, follow the process and do it for your future self. And I know you're gonna make it. To the next one.